Greetings and howdy howdy. Welcome to my current and future friends. I am coming to you tonight in a world that has basically turned upside down since the last video I made. The war may have started prior to my last video, but things have really turned upside on their head. I don't know what I'm saying. Have turned on their head in the last few days. I am coming to you from Branson, Missouri, in a kind of a timeshare condo kind of place that's adequate for my needs. I'm here for 3 weeks. As of today, I am starting my 8th day. So let's do a quick recap. I got the movers to my apartment that I was vacating on February the 22nd. That night I relocated to Tyler, Texas, and spent 4 nights with a friend there. Then I came up here on the 26th of February. If you hear a wild noise in the background, it could be any of a couple of things. The winds have actually been howling all day, and this is not terribly well insulated. You know, the hotel doors tend to make a lot of noise when the wind blows. Plus, I also have a stackable washer and dryer in the second bedroom, and they are both running. So that's kind of got a dull roar in the background. I'm hoping that's one reason I wore the earplugs. Even though I basically have this whole building of the hotel, or resort, I guess is what they call it. They kind of have a slack definition of resorts up here, but it's a two building complex. And as far as I can tell, the last couple of nights, I have been in this building by myself. Apparently there is someone else that sort of kind of lives here on a permanent basis, but I have not seen their vehicle this weekend. But Branson is reopening. It's a tourist town. They kind of closed down for the winter. There's a few shows that go year round, but the majority of them, and even a lot of the restaurants, close. So if you follow me on social media, you can find me at CP59Fit on Instagram or Facebook. You can send me a message there. Tell me you found me from YouTube, so I tend to ignore a lot of the messages there since I have so many people on there I don't know who they are. And I'll try to get back to you if you have a question. And exactly today is March the 5th, 2022. It's actually my eldest nephew's birthday today. I couldn't tell you how old he is, probably 30 something, because I know the next youngest nephew was born on my 29th birthday. So if I did the math, I could tell you how old he is, but it's not his birthday today. But as things look right now, I will be back. I've been gone from Texas for a full week. From last Saturday, probably about 4 hours from now, I pulled in here to check in last Saturday night. It's been quite an interesting week, but I'll get to that in just a minute. But in 4 weeks from today, I will be back in Texas professionally photographing a friend's wedding. I need to reach out to her and make sure she's happy with the engagement photos. Well, that's the air conditioner kicking on. Yes, air conditioner, even though the wind is howling and it's kind of drizzly out right now. One reason I'm staying in tonight. But it was 80 degrees the last couple days, maybe 76 or something today. But I've had to run the air because the pollen or something up here has been affecting my allergies. And with the air conditioner running, it's less problematic. I have tried to get out and walk down along the lakefront. In fact, I made a very long, like 25-minute video of the Branson Landing walkway that's attached to Lake Taneycomo the other night, but then I realized I had misspoke right at the beginning, and it took about 6 hours to upload over data, so I haven't released it because I was talking about a restaurant I went to the last time I was here that had all-you-can-eat shrimp. And I said they don't have shrimp but on Fridays now, And what I really meant to say was they only have all-you-can-eat shrimp on Fridays now. They have shrimp all the time, fried shrimp. But the all-you-can-eat was supposed to come back yesterday. Where's today, Friday? I think today is Saturday. Yeah, because I went to a buffet last night, and I think that was Friday. So anyway, yesterday I could have gotten all-you-can-eat shrimp if I had wanted to. Things have gotten rather expensive here. Of course, they've gotten expensive everywhere. That's why one of the reasons the world is such a disaster this week. When we had a huge country invade a smaller neighbor, which has caused gas prices to take a leap. I won't say they're sky high. They got plenty of room to go, and I'm sure they will go. Several of the stations here in this area have gone up 60 cents a gallon in the 7 days I've been here. Fortunately, with the app Gas Buddy, there are some I can see that are still lower. You know, maybe 20, 40 cents off the peak. So they've only gone up 20 cents since I've been here. I did have to go to Springfield on Thursday. I was going to look at an apartment up there I'd already kind of talked to them about, even though I've since then booked an apartment in Virginia. But I wanted to keep my word. I wanted to go to Sam's Club, and I wanted to go to Planet Fitness. So I did get a quick tanning session in. I did pick up some supplies at Sam's Club, I think. Yeah, I did. And then I got gas there. It was just barely over $3 a gallon. Then I think it's up to $3.10 now, or $3.09. I was considering going back today because I purposely decided to leave the ranch dressing, and because it's a big bottle, like a liter. I didn't think I'd use it all in the next 2 weeks, and I didn't want to have to throw half of it away as I left. But then that night, I wanted some cheese to dip in the cheese sticks that I have. I wanted to dip them in ranch dressing, and I realized I didn't pick any up. So I was tempted to go back up there today, but I thought I'd look around here. I also realized I didn't have any mayonnaise. I didn't have any relish. I wanted to make some tuna fish salad, and I use a very small amount of the sweet relish. So anything that has sweet in the name, you need to be leery of. I did get a Diet Mountain Dew up there yesterday with a hot dog. My kind of go-to meal on the road is a Sam's Club Cafe. $1.50 for a drink and a quarter-pound all-beef hot dog. No, that's not the same Diet Mountain Dew I had in Springfield yesterday. I'm just reusing the cup. I've broken 2 of those styrofoam things by trying to freeze some water in them in the freezer, and they just burst. And then you thaw it out, and it leaks everywhere. So I got to remember not to put this one in the freezer. Branson is nice. I said I went to Springfield, and then I've been here mainly. I have been listening to a lot of presentations on low carb, healthy fat, and I've got a series of videos I hope to start making after this one is published. So this is just an update to tell you that I'm here. Everything's good. I actually kind of rearranged this common area of this condo today. I'm in the living room on the couch that becomes a sleeper sofa. If I get too many guests, they'll sleep on the couch, but I already got 2 queen beds that are still available. And it had a kitchen table in the kitchen, which is attached to the living room here. But that thing took up 3/4 of the kitchen, so I put the coffee table over against the wall and moved the kitchen table, the one you eat at, under the TV on the wall over there, because I very rarely watch TV. It's working out pretty good. I had to go buy a mop and some cleaning stuff once I moved the table. I'm sure the maids or housekeeping or whatever they're called these days do mop around the feet or the legs, but once you move it, then you see what's under there. So I did get some spick and span and a mop at the dollar store, which is now $1.25. And I mopped that tile because I didn't like the nasty under it. I did eat out last night at a buffet. I had mostly meat, but I did have some mashed potatoes with gravy. I had a couple of corn fritters, maybe more than a couple, and I had some sausage that had barbecue sauce on it. I posted a picture on Facebook and a gentleman that I was in Dr. Westman's class with, I think it was Dr. Westman's carb confusion class, had to critique how many carbs were in each thing I shouldn't have been eating after I stated in the thing at the top, the subject or the caption or whatever it's called, that I am now healthy enough that I can have more carbs a day. And I meant to answer him back, and maybe I will after this. He's right, it probably was 60, 80 grams of carbs in that one meal, and I'm only supposed to have, well, I try to keep my carbs under 30 grams per day. I am sort of kind of on vacation. I am also a whole lot more healed than I was a year ago when I started all this. And he was saying, you know, if he goes over 20 or 35 carbs a day, sometimes he bumps it from 20 to 35, which is an extremely low number of carbs, that he could start gaining weight, which I'm pleased to announce I dropped another 0.6 of a pound this morning, so it didn't affect me. Also, yesterday, was able to get to a Walgreens up here. That's a pharmacy, if you're not in this country, and get a Freestyle Libre 2 continuous glucose monitor. It takes about an hour once you attach it to kind of be active with the monitor. This is the whole thing you scan it with. I'm on a 2-hour reminder since I kind of cheated a little bit at dinner tonight too, but I figure while I'm out of town, I'm going to be eating differently. Go ahead and spend the money on another monitor. I think it costs 37 bucks just for this thing I put on my arm. It only lasts 2 weeks. But I will get hundreds of readings most likely in those 2 weeks. As I just ate some dinner and I set it for 2 hours to remind me to take my reading. I never spiked over 150, even with the potatoes, the corn fritters, the gravy. Yes, I understand gravy has cornstarch in it. That's a carb. That's why I've been eating brown gravy for the last year. And of course, all barbecue sauce almost has sugar in it. I'm well aware of all that, but I'm also well aware that I can handle it, and I'm kind of doing an experiment the next 2 weeks to see how much I can handle and what my weight is going to do. I got a call from one of my Verta coaches today, the weekend coach. His name is Jim. And I was telling him, I said, I am transitioning from worrying so much about my weight to more concerned about my health. And as long as my health is improving, I really don't care what the number on the scale is. In fact, a lot of low-carb doctors or a lot of weight loss people just tell you not to weigh every day because it can fluctuate by things you don't have any control over, and it can go up when you did everything perfect. It can go down when you did everything wrong. Maybe like mine did today. But you look at the trends over time, and really they recommend you only weigh one day a week. But I am excited to get all these new topics out to you. I'm just trying to figure out what style of video I'm going to do. I bought another program. I also bought a handheld trigger grip that I can walk around with my camera and a little light and a shotgun microphone, which I can't get to work on this phone. I got to buy about a $2 adapter for the stupid $10 kit. So anyway, I am still investing in this channel. I am investing in you. I used basically this setup with the pistol grip holder on the boardwalk or the lakeside the other day. I probably shouldn't call it boardwalk because as I drove down the strip today, I saw they have a attraction called the boardwalk here now. It's with the aquarium, which I hear is not as good as the one in Springfield. But that's immaterial if you're not here. But anyway, I will be making more videos as I walk around. I'm going to try to keep the ones for keto. And you may see in the title keto because that's what people search for. It's really low carb, healthy fat. But if you put LCHF, your search isn't as good. But back to my call with Jim from Verta. I was telling him, and he's like, yeah, I don't think the scale is the best way to weigh. He said if you're tightening your belt, that's more important. And I did actually go down to a tighter belt hole, whatever it's called, and they're about 1 inch apart. So losing girth is very, very important, much more important than what your actual weight is. I did reschedule my DEXA scan for April the 2nd when I will be back in Texas. I wanted to do it before I left, but with the ice storm that didn't happen. And I don't want to do my cholesterol again because it can tend to go up as you're losing weight. So I'm going to let things stabilize, and then I'll give you a report of what my cholesterol is once I've reached the health I want weight-wise and inches-wise, or centimeters if you're in another country. Thank you for watching. I got to get this loaded up, and I'll try to make some more tonight also. So you may see me in the same shirt. I'm glad I kind of threw away all the stuff I had left at the apartment, the clothing, and I got into my supply of stuff I'd packed. So I have a few different shirts now to wear, and you get to see me in different outfits. Talk to you real soon. Love you. Bye-bye.